It's green flag time. Let's get this show on the road. Madison dominates and wins. Trey Wright wins the Indianapolis 200.
Miles out of nowhere is gonna steal it.
It's going to be Mike Fink Jr., number 38. Winnie Crouch is going to take the win here at Pocono. Side by side.
They're going to be side by side going down.
Coca Millions will win the Coca-Cola 600.
We are the NIRA. Howdy folks, Freedomator here. Welcome to World Wide Technology Raceway at Gateway. We're here for race number 10 of season number 1 of the Scots Grand National Series, the World Wide Technologies 200. 42 going to roll off here for 40 laps. It's going to be a good one here in the hot St. Louis sun with Matthew Silver and Patrick Starr leading us off the front row. Let's go start your pace lap and take a look at your starting lineup. And the engines will fire here at Gateway. 42 going to roll off here. Matthew Silver, Patrick Starr, Landon Smith Jr., Charlie Davenport, Bradley Ream, Brendan Yadal, Juan Rodriguez, Drew Tatum, Dylan Wilson, and Nathan Buchanan going to be the top 10 here off the start. So we scroll through the rest of your starting lineup here. Last race's winner at Talladega was Ben Crouch in the 12. He's coming in with a ton of momentum, sitting in the middle of the standings right now. But how about Christian Vargas in the 64? Want to give a shout out to him. Through the chaos and everything at Talladega, he was able to nab the points lead. Noah McGalliard right back here, who had troubles last week at Talladega. He's looking for a better run to try to get back on top of the standings. Pace car gets ready to come down. We're just about set to get this race started as the field comes down. 42 gonna come down and get the green flag, and we're waiting for it to start waving. Ladies and gentlemen, it's green flag racing time, so let's get this show on the road. Matthew Silver leads lap number 1 ahead of Landon Smith Jr., but now Smith is going to take a look to the inside. Here comes Starr, the 81, behind as the pole sitter Silver starting to fall back a little on that outside. This track is notoriously hard to... saw a wiggle back there. Avery Barnett in the 40 turned completely sideways off turn number 2 and saved it. As look at this mess of cars back here. Even Richmond winner back here, Logan Alexander, the 58, back in the middle of that bunch. As things are kind of starting to calm down in front of them, still see some 3 wide there as BB Weezy going on the inside of Quentin Moore and Nick Sykes, with Arthur Xavier in the 42 on the bottom side. Ooh, trouble behind Ethan Farley, Eric Monaco. Luke Rainey is in the Holiday Inn Chevrolet. Bradley Keys gets a piece. I believe Jacob Thibodeau and Drake King are okay, though, as caution number 1 comes out on the race. The field going to come back around to the caution flag, with Landon Smith Jr. leading the way. And the field likely going to come down for pit stops here, expecting at least 1, maybe 2 cycles in this race. We'll see if they come down here. And it looks like they will, so we could get a 2-cycle race here, with them pitting on lap number 4. Landon Smith Jr. is going to come in first, Matthew Silver second, Patrick Starr third, Bradley Ream 4th, Dylan Wilson 5th, Charlie Davenport 6th, Clyde Shelton 7th, Brendan Udall 8th, Christian Vargas 9th, Dylan Wilson rounding out the top 10 here on pit road. There's your defending winner, Ben Crouch. I didn't see him in the field when we're on the pace lap. There he is in the Gold's Pumps Dodge there. And he'll come into his stall. As many cars going to short pit, looks like. One of them Rex Ruiz, another Clyde Shelton. And first off pit road, Star in the 81. He comes out with a hefty margin ahead of Christian Vargas. Shelton 3rd, Justin Lightning 4th, Rex Ruiz 5th, Kip Silverpoint 6th, Hannah McDowell 7th, Landon Smith Jr. 8th, Carter Joey 9th, and looks like Bradley Ream is going to round out the top 10 there coming off of pit road. Just by the looks of things right now. And we'll wait for everyone else to come off the pit road. I don't believe anyone's out of the race as a result of that incident on lap number 3. So as we continue to pace under this caution, let's go ahead and take a look back at that incident and see what happened to cause it. So here as they came through turn 1 and 2, Monaco's going to slip up into Logan Williams, down into Farley, turns him into the outside. Luke Rainey hits Farley, Keys hits Farley there, Thibodeau just barely taps him. And a little jam session there. Nothing too major on the back straightaway, but it's enough to bring the caution out. We'll take another look here as the field comes down the backstretch. Watching the back. So Monaco slip up into Williams, down into Farley. Good job by Tony Jeziorski to sneak through on the inside. And your Richmond winner, Logan Alexander. A little big mess here on the back straightaway, but fortunately the track is clear. We're good to go. So let's head to the restart here at World Wide Technology Raceway. We're back with your live picture here at Gateway. It is Patrick Starr leading, Christian Vargas, Clyde Shelton, Justin Lightning, Rex Ruiz, Kip Silverpoint, Hannah McDowell, Landon Smith Jr., Carter Joey, and Bradley Ream. That's your top 10. Coming to the restart here, the World Wide Technologies 200 after that first incident. Restart with 33 laps to go. The Star's going to lead the field around. Pace car is going to come down. Waiting for that green flag to fly once again. Waiting, waiting, waiting. And it's waving again and we're racing. Here comes the Rattler. Going to take a look on the inside in that Ritz number 8. He's going to get to the second position. Clyde the Rattler Shelton on the inside is going to get to the second spot, but then being side by side there, Vargas and Shelton is allowing Patrick Starr to pull away there. Meanwhile, this whole mess of cars behind, wouldn't expect them to be that wide coming off the restart. Even though these guys back here were involved in the first incident, doesn't look like they've lost any competitive speed. They're all staying pretty close together right now. Meanwhile, it is still Starr leading, but Shelton is closing in on the backside. Those two Chance 2 Motorsports teammates there. 1-2 as the Rusty Wallace number 64. Christian Vargas is going to slip out of the groove. Here comes Rex Ruiz in the 18 on the inside. Trying to get there in that Home Depot Chevrolet, but Hannah McDowell fighting on the outside, and that fits Bradshaw number 14. How about the Derek Cope Racing entry of Landon Smith Jr. working his way back up there? Justin Lightning in the Smith & Weston RCR number 30 also trying to work his way up there, currently sitting in the 7th position as he slips up. Make way for Dylan Wilson in the 66 on the inside. And is he going to get that? He might not, but how about that tight squeeze coming off of corner number 4? Charlie Davenport on Quentin Moore and Zachary Fitzwater, they're all side by side there. At this bunch. Audra Baranowskis on the... Oh, Jeremy Baylor goes around behind and into the inside wall hard. off the nose of, I believe, Ben Crouch. Will that bring a caution out? I don't think it will. It's not going to bring out a caution. He was far enough out of the way. So your Martinsville winner in trouble here early at Gateway, but the caution does not come out. Meantime, we're going to go ahead and check back in up front. We'll try to get a replay of what happened in a second. Clyde Shelton's going to go to the inside of his teammate, and to the lead, goes the Rattler. Christian Vargas going to go to the inside. That's your points leader going for second. How about Rex Ruiz is going to take him 3 wide into 1. Vargas is going to get the jump there through the middle. Stars out of it. Here comes Ruiz to the inside. Checking on Jeremy Baylor. He just hit the end of the pit wall. Just ran right into the barrels trying to get onto pit road. Will that bring out a caution? Still no caution out. But now for sure Jeremy Baylor is going to be done. That car is destroyed. So a bad day for Jeremy Baylor gone worse as he hits the end of the pit wall. He might as well hit the pace car at this point. He's hit everything but the hot dog guy. Anyway, just short of halfway here at Gateway. It's Shelton leading Rex Ruiz. Christian Vargas going to fall back a little bit. Here comes Landon Smith Jr. in the 49 looking to the inside. So most of the racing now getting tame here. There's Fitzwater going to the inside of Randy Adall. Tame racing, but it's still good, hard racing. And how about this? Benny Watson going to get a 2-for-1 special on the inside of Juan Rodriguez and Logan Williams. How about that for Benny Watson in the 15? What a move there. Just ahead of him, the 2-time winner, Nathan Buchanan. He's going side by side with Noah McGalliard. Madison Tall right there, the juicy fruit, number 41. On the outside, McGalliard and her are going to go side by side for, I believe, the 21st spot. Give it to Noah McGalliard at the line. A surge right before the start-finish line. Meanwhile, we're going to check in up front. It is still pretty close, the battle for the lead. Coming around for 24 laps to go this time. Clyde Shelton leads Rex Ruiz. Oh, he slipped up big time going through turn 4 that time. Ruiz going to take a peek to the inside. Not quite going to be there. It's still Shelton in the 8. Landon Smith Jr. going to dive it in up top. I'm starting to see a little more rubber laid down up there, but he's not going to be able to get a run there. It's officially, looks like Jeremy Baylor is officially out of the race. First car out of the race, he'll finish 42nd. Tough day for the Martinsville winner, but he will be back to race again. Landon Smith Jr. going to go for the second position on Rex Ruiz, and he is going to get it. How about your points leader, Christian Vargas, going back for third? Nashville winner Drew Tatum, where did he come from? He's now up into the 6th position, looking on Hannah McDowell in the 14. Searching for his second win of the season. Christian Vargas has not won yet this season, but has been dangerously consistent. How about Landon Smith Jr. now closing in on the backside of Clyde Shelton? Clyde has had an awful season to this point. Landon Smith Jr. has had some pretty big runs, one of them at Auto Club. Finished second to the 81 of Patrick Starr, who, there he is battling with Charlie Davenport. Looks like Charlie's going to get that spot potentially off turn 4. As Drew Tatum is going to dive on the inside of Dylan Wilson. He'll get that spot. Now going to look on the inside of Hannah McDowell. Not quite going to get there through turn 1. And Davenport's not going to get there on Starr. Meanwhile, Fitzwater gets to the inside of Audrey Baranowskis and will get by. That's for 14th on the grid. Getting singled out now, probably waiting till the next pit cycle. Meanwhile, side by side for the lead, Landon Smith Jr. on the inside of Clyde Shelton. Shelton gets the run off of turn 4. Look for turn 1. Is Smith gonna get there? He will not. But how about Rex Ruiz arriving on the scene there in the 18? We're gonna go down the back straightaway and into 3. Gonna get right there on the back side of the 8 through turn 3 and 4. Not quite going to get the spot though. I do want to give a big shout out though to Hannah McDowell in the 14. She's had a quiet season to this point and up here running in the top 5. It's really impressive for that number 14 team, but how about this crazy stuff back here? Charlie Davenport, Matthew Silver, Carter Joey, Audrey Baranowskis, Zachary Fitzwater, and Patrick Starr are having an absolute bloodbath right now. This battle's been going on for 6 or 7 laps now. This is good stuff here at Gateway. Brendan Yadal in the 1. The 1 Finch car that has not won yet this season. He's working his way up through the field on the inside of Zachary Fitzwater. That, I believe, is for 14th. He's looking for a top 15 run today. Meanwhile, checking in up front, still Clyde Shelton leading. Landon Smith Jr., Rex Ruiz, Drew Tatum moving into the 4th position ahead of Christian Vargas. Now Dylan Wilson will be next in line on the inside, potentially, in that number 66. Oh, Ream's going to go underneath both of them. They're going to go 3 wide through turn 1 and 2. If you enjoy what you see, you're going to see a lot more of this tomorrow in the Cabela's Cup Series at Kansas. Race number 10 over there. Smokehouse Barbecue 400. You are not going to want to miss it. Tune in right here on Freedomator tomorrow, same time, for the Smokehouse Barbecue 400. Meanwhile, up front, just past halfway, Landon Smith Jr. Saw him try to get to the inside of Clyde Shelton there, just off the frame. He tried to get there. Couldn't quite do it. It looks like he's going to be able to do it anyway. Side by side off turn number 4. Give it to Landon Smith Jr. That's the furthest he's been. He's got the advantage at the line. Moving into 1. Is he going to get the spot? Yes, he is. Landon Smith Jr. searching for redemption from that miscue at Auto Club. He got so close, but he made the move too early, and Starr was able to get back around on the outside. Has he made the move for the win too early? 14 to go this time, and likely another pit cycle. We'll just see what happens here. And how about Drew Tatum? And that Yates 90 going to look to the inside. It was going to be 3 wide, but Shelton got such a jump there going in. Ended up just being double file there with Rex Ruiz in the 18. But Tatum in the City Financial Ford making moves into the 3rd position, having a great day so far. And now going to look on the inside of Clyde Shelton. This man is on a mission right now. He might be up there to battle for this win in just a few laps here. We'll keep an eye on him, as Audrey Baranowskis and Matthew Silver are going to go side by side. Christian Vargas better be happy that's in his mirror. He's not in the mix right there. He does not want to lose the points lead. And Brandon Yadal in the 1. He slipped back a little bit. Kirsten Clark sits in the 16th position. And Yadal is trying to get back around her to have a top 15 run. He's been robbed of a good run so many times this season. And would just love to have at least one. Dylan Wilson. Oh, Audrey Barnaskis scrapes the wall just a little bit. We're okay, though. Meanwhile, Dylan Wilson is one of those drivers that has not had very many good runs himself. But just got around Rex Ruiz. And now Wilson is in the 4th position behind Clyde Shelton. Just what a run for the 66 team. What a turnaround. I don't know if we're going to see this from him the rest of the season, but my goodness, he's looking strong today. Meanwhile, looks like Tatum is trying to draw in closer to Landon Smith Jr. Meanwhile, everything okay behind. Oh man, Alfredo Bonilla got sideways off turn number 2 there. Car slid right to the inside. And fortunately, was able to hold on to it. Meanwhile, up front, the gap shrinking between Landon Smith Jr. and Drew Tatum. As we're closing in on maybe we're going to the end, or maybe we're getting a pit cycle here. We'll see if anyone comes down. Just no takers yet. Through turn 3 and 4, I believe Tatum slipped a little bit there behind Landon Smith Jr. He'll lose a bit of time there on lap 31. On to lap 32. Dylan Wilson now free from Clyde Shelton, trying to work his way up there. You see him in 3rd. And Justin Lightning arriving on the scene in the 8th position. They're behind the 21 of Charlie Davenport, who's having one of his best runs on the season. Rex Rue is going to look to the inside of Shelton. Shelton slips up. They're going to be side by side off turn number 4. Shelton's got the runoff though. Now behind, Charlie Davenport's going to be there on Bradley Ream, but Justin Lightning going to look to the inside. Where's the momentum go? Bradley Ream gets the advantage. Justin Lightning on the inside. He's going to have the preferred line going down the back straight and into 3. Meanwhile, Drew Tatum right there on the back side of Landon Smith Jr. coming to 7 laps to go this time. Smith slips up. Tatum's going to get the run on the low side. He's not quite there, though, but he got close. 7 to go in the World Wide Technology 200. Smith is just trying to do the best he can to hold on right now. Don't know if he's going to be able to with that position. He's kind of a sit and duck right now. And if it's not Drew Tatum, it could be Dylan Wilson. You see him closing the gap there in that 66. He could get his way up there. Smith's going to slide up again. Tatum going to look to the inside. Not quite going to get there. But we're now at 6 laps to go. Now Tatum's going to look to the inside. There's the move. Down on the bottom side. Is he going to get there? And he will on the inside. They're going to be side by side. Give it to Tatum down low. Drew Tatum looking for his 2nd win on the season. He won at Nashville and trying to find more momentum. He clears the 49 of Landon Smith Jr. Smith. Could this be another heartbreak? From Auto Club to this. Or will he be able to close back in on the 90 of Drew Tatum with 5 laps to go? Dylan Wilson right there in the 66. Right now, nobody challenging Drew Tatum as he pulls away. Side by side back here with Charlie Davenport and Justin Lightning. That's for 8th. Give it to Charlie Davenport, and on the inside looks like Noah McGalliard might even get around the 20 of, or 18 rather, of Rex Ruiz. And Charlie Davenport, what a run on the inside. He might go for the 7th position as well. Meanwhile, it's checking up front with 3.5 laps to go. Landon Smith Jr. still second, trying to hold off Dylan Wilson. And just trying to catch up to Drew Tatum, but now Wilson's going to go to the inside off turn number 4. This is what Drew Tatum likes to see. This is what he wants to see, because this is going to help him pull away. They're side by side for a while. Landon Smith Jr. fights back on the outside. Wilson on the low line. He's going to clear it. That might have just sealed the deal for Drew Tatum in the 90, though. We'll see. Oh, Landon Smith Jr. coming down to the pit road. He's not the only one, though. He's got company. Bradley Ream, Noah McGalliard, Charlie Davenport going to come down on pit road. The late race cycle is happening now with 2 laps to go. Has anyone saved enough? Will anyone be able to just make it to the end? Oh, look out. Drake King goes wide. Just misses the end of the wall. I'm watching for the leaders to come around. Drew Tatum not going to come down. Dylan Wilson won't come down. Clyde Shelton's going to come down. Looks like everyone else may be good to the end here. We'll watch the battle for the lead. White flag at Gateway. 1 lap to go for Drew Tatum to get his 2nd win. Has he saved enough? Will he be able to make it, or will it be Dylan Wilson, Hannah McDowell, or somebody else? Through 3 and 4, he's not going to come down to the pit road. So indeed, it's going to be Drew Tatum in the City of Financial number 90 for Robert Yates. His 2nd win of the Scotts Grand Nationals at World Wide Technology Raceway in St. Louis. Drew Tatum wins the World Wide Technology 200. He didn't necessarily dominate the race, but he did what he had to do. He got around and made the pass. And he is going to get the victory here at St. Louis. Look out, Brandon Udall. His Drew Tatum's going to come around down to the pit road and be welcomed by his team a winner. It's just in a moment. We're going to take a look at what happened. We got a couple of cars. Looks like they got involved in accidents. So we'll take a look first at Jeremy Baylor earlier in the race. And then we'll try to figure out what happened to Ethan Farley, who apparently also got involved in something as well. And then after that, we'll take a look at your finishing results and wrap things up here at Gateway. So this is back on lap 11. You see Jeremy Baylor coming around up into Rodriguez. Nothing Ben could do there. Just came right down on him and hard into the inside wall went Jeremy Baylor. But that wasn't all that happened. He came around. I believe this time he came around to the pit road. He was going to get repairs on the back side. I believe he may have came in too hot. It wasn't this time. I guess he came around the next time. So we'll go take a look at that real quick. We'll watch as he came down here. He's going to slip through the grass back onto the track. He's going to come in wide. Too fast. Oh, man. Right onto the end of the wall. And that ended his race right there. Tough break for Jeremy Baylor, but now let's go take a look at what happened to Ethan Farley in the Zero. So watch as he comes down the backstretch. He's going to go down onto the pit road or try. I believe the same thing is going to happen to him. Yeah, he slips through the grass up onto the racetrack. He's coming in too hot. And wham! Right into the end of the wall. And a bad race for him. He'd gotten taken out in the first incident. Went south even further for Ethan Farley. The good news is that they are both okay, and they will be back to race another day. Let's go and take a look at your finishing results here at Gateway. Yes, indeed, Drew Tatum takes the win here in the World Wide Technology 200. Dylan Wilson finished second, Matthew Silver third, Zachary Fitzwater a good fourth there, Rex Rue is fifth, Tony Jeziorski, Christian Vargas, Patrick Starr, Kip Silverpoint, Landon Smith Jr. round out your top 10. Christian Vargas, I believe, is going to be able to hold on to the points lead after that finish there. Good top 10 for him. The other cars able to finish on the lead lap: Clyde Shelton, Brandy Udall, Justin Lightning, and Eric Monaco. The rest of these guys here, pit strategy did not work for them, and they're going to end up a lap down on the standings there. The only two cars unable to finish the race, Ethan Farley and Jeremy Baylor. So that'll wrap things up here at Gateway. Congratulations once again to Drew Tatum on his second career win. We'll see y'all in the next race, race number 12 at the Trenton Fairgrounds Speedway. Until then, this is Freedomator. Y'all have a good one.